Perfect, just enough time. Although I keep on, because I have my keyboards on, I have my shortcuts on the keyboard. Every time I have to hit something, I'm like entering stuff into the text field. So I've got like just a string of like 1 2 1 2 1 plus 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 2 1 2 2 3 2. Okay. Oh yeah, Ridis and her weird book, and Melanie being Seinfeld. What is the deal with your book? I can probably pay off debts if we can defeat the dragon. Revealing her true intentions.
No, I won't dilute my share of the riches any further. No more additions to the party, you bark.
But she's better than you.
Have you no heart? Are you just going to leave a young helpless girl like me to drown in an ocean of debt and deal with that crusty old man? Ridis fires back relentlessly. I want to go. No. So goes the endless chorus of your thoroughly unproductive argument. Melanie calmly reminds you that the party in its current form stands little chance of defeating the dragon. See, you need me, Ridis says, sensing an opportunity. Your well-reasoned argument of no thwarted, you nod your head in resignation and welcome Ridis to the party.
Yay! Here we go with the 240p video again. Unionville. I'd like to join a union. We are pro-union here at the Two Hit Good stream. That is a well-adorned goblin. And it's been a while since I fought a goblin. I forget what their weakness is. Wind? I mean, everything... Well, let's try fire. Everything is weak to fire, right? Just set everything on fire. And I'm willing to bet this can close it out. Also, note the detail of design on the goblin. It has a gross Audi button, belly button. Yeah, that'll do it. That was damage. That was a lot of damage. Lying in the grass, you find an old telescope. You figure a look at the path ahead can't hurt and pick it up. Peering through the lens, you see something in the distance, but you can't tell what exactly. I mean... Oh, you know, there's something up ahead. You should be able to tell for certain what it is if you get closer. What will you do? I'm gonna try rush up to it again, because every time I did that last time it failed, so I feel like as if my luck's gotta change this time, right? Drawing upon your courage, you toss the janky telescope aside and charge ahead with your friends.
At your sudden proximity, a pair of eyes jerk up, startled, to meet yours. They belong to a monster. It falls over in its shock, then scrambles up and flees in terror, leaving behind some coins.
I'll take it. Always take money. That is certainly a more hardy tree. Let's try the double damage. Oh, ew! Oh, that was rough. All right, let's go for the poison. See what we can do with this.
Excellent.
Oh, there's a road. How quaint. Let's find the singer. Oh! We got this again. Let's see if we can get it right this time. On the road home in autumn's twilight, my heart is thinking of home, lonely, hungry. I mean, you're on the road home, you're thinking of home? That's not a good lyric, though. Like, repeating home like that's not good writing. And a lonely heart is a very, like, poetic thing, right?
The woman smiles at your words of loneliness and sadness, then thanks you for your input. Her reaction wasn't quite what you were hoping for, but at least you received a gift in thanks.
That's pretty good. To be sold off at the next town. I wonder if it will be different lyrics each time. I don't know. I wonder. I would imagine it probably will repeat eventually. But honestly, I'm just surprised that it was different lyrics even the one time. Because this game is kind of Spartan as far as a lot of these kind of scenarios play out. Oh man, everybody's getting crits.
Excellent.
Although that defense, though, 50. Oh man. I am gonna leave you on ice.
Excellent. Fortune favors the bold.
All right, you're about to die. Or actually, you're about to die.
That was lucky.
I mean, I don't particularly want any of these staying alive. Let's go with this one, though. This one has a little more HP on them. Ooh. Well, I was hoping to do this while it was still frozen, but I'm still going ahead with my plan.
Excellent.
Oh no, I got rid of the ability that I would want to use right now. Because what I was thinking about was using the other attack that can actually do damage. Because there's an attack that I have in here that deals damage no matter what. But it normally isn't good damage compared to what he can do otherwise. However, we do have a bomb. And that is guaranteed damage.
Congrats.
That was actually kind of a tough fight. That is actually almost making me consider going just straight to town.
An armor-clad knight stands, exuding an extraordinarily powerful aura. The knight faces you and asks, "Might you be challengers?"
What did I just say about not wanting
But
to?
after sizing you up for a long moment, his shoulders slump and he mutters, "No, you are not yet ready.
Yeah, I agree.
Grow strong, young ones," he says, then returns to standing in silence. It appears he awaits a stalwart warrior to challenge him.
Okay, road. Which I can still get fights on the road too, so it's not like as if this is a guaranteed safe passage. What's down here? You're surprised to find a merchant selling goods in a place like this. Take a peek at her wares. Peek inside. You decide to take a look, and the merchant welcomes you energetically. These are my unsold wares. I would be happy to sell you. I would be happy to sell to you for a fraction of the price, the old woman says as she lines up some medicine bottles before you. Well, I do need some, but at the same time, I also do not want to spend all of my money before I get back to a town to buy some armor or weapons and whatnot. I mean, I would imagine I want at least like one of these, right? Oh, that's it? Just 4? Okay. Dude, look at that price difference. That is an insane markup for just double HP. I'm gonna get a second of all of these status ailment ones. I don't have enough room. Okay, I'm not going to get a second of these status ailment. Oh, that's why I could only buy 4. I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, I'm at 30 or 30 on my items. I can't actually get anything more right now. Dang. Well then. I'm closing for the day, she announces as she packs up her goods. It seems you won't be able to do any more shopping here. Tragic. Huh, that's the end of the road there. Okay. Whoa.
With a whoosh of displaced air, something shoots across the path right in front of you. What is that thing?
Anybody got a replay on that? What was it that shot past you? I did not see that at all. I don't know. A bottle of medicine could be a guess. Like, I could not see that at all. If anybody else saw that and wants to chime in, please let me know, because I don't know. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee while I ponder what I should do here. So I didn't really see it, but at the same time, it seemed fairly, like, just white in color. And so if it's the bottle of medicine, like that bottle of medicine that we retrieved before, then it would be like an all white anyways, and I wouldn't notice any kind of... Although it couldn't be a bottle of medicine. Bottle of medicines don't run. It has to be a monster. Yeah, you're right. It has to be a monster. Was I saying bottles of medicine don't run? Unless somebody threw a bottle of medicine.
Careful not to attract attention to yourself. You sneak a glance in the direction the thing flew. Yep, monster, just like you thought. The monster rolls gleefully across the ground, reminding you of Mar. Your expression softens. Your friends give you strange looks. With a brisk clearing of the throat, you stride away. Let's head to Unionville first, shall we?
Okay, narrator. I'll head to Unionville first. And here we are. Be sure to pay your dues.
You see something approaching from up ahead. A monster, Melanie shouts, readying for battle. Mr. Flobby, get back here. It's dangerous out there, a young girl chides, taking the creature back to the village. It seems you've finally arrived at Unionville, a village where humans and monsters live together in peace. What a weird place, remarks Ridis lightheartedly. I like it. We aren't staying a moment longer than necessary, says an unsettled Melanie, her distaste for monsters plain on her face.
Ask the denizens of Unionville what they know about the dragon. Well, first let's check the item shop. Or the armory, I should say. Mistral Blade. I nearly misread that as Mistrial Blade. I was like, what? It always misses? Thunderstaff. Air Splitter. Well, let's buy things for our party members that are actually doing work. And then if there's anything left over, then Ash can get his sword. Oh, she can also equip the chainmail. Interesting. And that's also gonna that also will change the the order for fighting, since that would put her at 10. Interesting, interesting. Well, they've got water, they've got fire, they've got wind, and they've got bolt. I'm guessing since freeze is a status, they're probably not going to have a ring for that. At least not here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's an improvement of defense for our glass cannon, which is good. Yeah, I think I'll get both of these. Buy and equip. Then the fairy dress for Melanie. Then the rings. Yeah, I already have a poison stay ring. Although I guess that'd probably be something better to have on an active party member rather than one sitting in the back. It would also make sense, too, to have it on Ridis, because she's also the one who deals poison, so it makes sense that she would have a ring that would guard against poison, too. Fine. We'll get the boy his sword. And now we're broke. At least until I sell off the, yeah, I got all these for free, so. And actually, I think I want to get rid of one of the serums, just because that's okay, but it's not that good. Not to mention, it also doesn't sell for much either. 3. I don't need 3 oil pots or 3 Destructo boxes. Alright, so I've cleared up 7 slots now. Let's get rid of one of the pepper uppers as well. And I think I'm actually going to get a couple more bombs, because those actually come in handy. So that flat damage amount really does come in handy. It's much better than... I haven't been getting poisoned enough to worry about this. And I'm going to be reducing my risk of poison by 30% as soon as I switch the ring onto Ridis' inventory or equipment. That's not even about the money. That's just about clearing up item space. All right. Let's get to switching around our equipment.
Oh yeah, I need to unequip it from the boy first. Actually, let's just do that. Okay, and oh yeah, she has wind on right now. Yeah, protecting from paralysis is probably better for her. I probably want to make sure that she can still act. And then that's fine. Alright, so what do we have here? Okay, so Zap Smoke. Add 5 to bolt damage target takes for 3 turns. Bellwether, which is just leave a dungeon faster. Yeah, I'm gonna take more bombs. Actually, come to think of it right now, I actually don't have anyone on the forefront who can do bolt damage. Because Melanie has a spell, but I'm keeping the wind and the freeze spell, and obviously fire, equipped rather than going over to bolt. Well, if that needs to change, that can change later. I'm not particularly worried about boosting bolt damage yet. Though now that I've said that and I've heard it aloud, I'm like, well, let's just have it just in case. And maybe I should swap out the wind one for it, maybe. Will that be all? That will be all. Thank you very much. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked the Item Shop Girl's Flipside story. Okay, so what's the story for the Item Shop Girl? Collection. Characters. Okay. She was a quick hire. Her gentle disposition was sure to attract a few more customers, they figured. No one was prepared for the crush of customers that ensued. Her hiring was ultimately a failure. The damages wrought by her carelessness far outweighed the profits and left the store a shamble. Alright, let's get talking to people.
The woman frowns deeply, claiming the cakes she bought for her beloved furball have all been eaten by someone else. A quiet furball sits with crumbs around its mouth. The child says his monster friend left the village suddenly to go back home. He claims the headman told him that he could go home when he grew up too. The little orc child pouts, but I don't know where my home is.
Aww. Your home is clearly here, little fellow.
You ask the old man if he knows anything about the dragon. No, sir, he answers. All I know is that it brings more trouble to this already troubled world. But our headman is a wise and worldly man. He might know something, he remarks, pointing at a house not far away.
Hint, hint. But
The little goblin sulks as he gazes upon the withering flowers he tried so desperately to take care of. He looks at you with tears in his eyes, silently begging you for help.
aww. Will you use something to save the wilting flowers? Water? I don't think salve would help it. I mean, it's wilting, so either it's already been drowned, which I've done that to a couple plants before, or it doesn't have any water. I don't know. Well, let's try dumping water over it.
They must be thirsty, you think to yourself. Then douse the flowers in water until... Stop, stop, the goblin shrieks angrily. You're drowning them. If it were that easy, the goblin says, he would have done it himself. A young boy wanders up to your group in wide-eyed wonder. You surmise his curiosity stems from the lack of travelers visiting the village. You realize you are right when he assails you with questions about your origins and adventures. The Inquisition leaves you exhausted.
You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked the Simple Boy's Flipside story. So who is the Simple Boy? This little boy loves climbing trees. Just you watch. Today, he's going to climb the big tree in the square. This little boy loves his big sister. Today, he's going to climb a tree to have a look-see in her sister's room. Oh. Awful. Salve?
You pour the salve onto the flowers, and they stand up tall. The goblin cries out in happiness and thanks you for your help. He then holds something out to you.
Oh. But it's a 5.
The goblin stares lovingly at the beautiful flowers and gobbles them up. Healthy flowers are the tastiest, he proclaims in glee. Did he grow those flowers just to eat them?
I mean, it's no different than us growing any other kind of produce. In fact, I know there's a lot of people who eat flowers. Not to mention also you make really good tea with flowers as well. So yeah, I would expect maybe he did grow it just to be able to eat the flowers. Actually, that's something I still haven't tried yet. I haven't tried eating flowers.
However does your mouth become so filthy, Mr. Flobby? Sighs the girl as she wipes the slime clean. Clearly embarrassed, Mr. Flobby murmurs, "That's not my mouth."
Well, that explains how it gets so dirty.
The little orc child is engrossed in a fairy tale. The title reads, "The Legend of the Dragon."
What kind of story could this be? Let's sneak a peek.
You take a peek into the picture book and come across a passage that piques your interest.
Defeated by the king's army, the dragon hid itself away.
To where, you wonder? Then recall that this is merely a fairy tale. Lately, a suspicious man cloaked in black has been seen wandering about the village outskirts. The old woman looks at Melanie and remarks that he was dressed just like her. Wow, a new friend, and so big, too, the furball exclaims in glee as it rushes over to Mar. Mar stares off into the distance as the furball snuggles up to his leg. For some reason, Ridis joins in on the cuddling. The village headman is a renowned gourmet, and rumor has it he only dines on the finest foods. The man says he wishes he too could have such a lavish meal just once in his life, his deep desire for delicacies only growing with time.
So that was the... Was that the... The average man. Not a day passed that he didn't wear his hair or arrange his clothes just the way she liked. She was the prettiest girl in the village, and one day he was sure she'd notice him. Before long, the village was full of men who dressed the same and wore the same hair the exact same way. She ceased to be able to tell them any of them apart. Yeah, that sounds pretty average. In fact, that is, I think, what, mathematically the definition of average, roughly? Something like that? All right, let's do a more complicated game of cards before we go in. I will probably lose because I'm not too up for thinking right now, and this is going to be a lot to keep track of. Select the rules for the game with the skill effects. These rules are for 2 opponents. Please select begin game or confirm rules. Let's begin game. Let's see who will go first. Goblin will go first. The game begins. Are you going to? Okay. Thank you. I was not looking forward to starting off with such a rough start. Skipping your turn immediately on the first turn is maybe one of the worst things that can happen on a start. And this is the next worst thing that can happen. You just don't actually get a match of any kind. Okay, what do they have? Okay, so clearly they want the 8 or the 5. So, the 3, roll upon your next action and gain 1 card on a 2 or higher. That's a really nice card as far as like being able to churn through stuff. So the effects on the cards don't start until you've actually made a set. So I will discard this. Oh, I have to. Ew. Yeah, well, I don't want to give them free 16 points. Skeleton is actually a really good card. That effect, the can't be destroyed effect, is actually really good. Well, and that's all I can do. It's a good effect, though. Not a great effect, but a good one. Discard until we have 1 card. So, I mean, I'm basically setting whoever up to get a free 9 points if they get a 4, or if they have a 4. Nobody has a 4, okay. But still, that was awfully foolish. Well, at least it didn't hurt me. Cards drawn by all opponents on their next turn reduced to 1. That sounds good? What do they have again? Oh, yeah. So... See, no, that's kind of rough, because that kind of leaves me in a lurch where I need to either hold on to this or... I don't know. Also, I don't want to trigger this effect again. Well, there are no cards in the pot, so... Have fun destroying nothing. Ah, there goes my turn. Yeah, like I said, this game gets much more chaotic once you start throwing in these additional rules. It doesn't help to be having such weak rolls. Well, I'm not getting anything good for myself, so let's just throw more chaos into the fire. Because that card has just been an albatross around my neck. And I think I'm losing cards for it. I forget what I actually have as far as my matches go. I might just have the 7s. Yeah, actually, no, that just hurt them. That's it. So they gained 16, but then they lost 9, I think. It's certainly not me, I don't think. Yeah. Wait. Oh, wow, I actually pulled it out. So focused. Oh, he's crying? Well, I hope he feels better. See you later. Have a good night. I did not expect to win that. That felt like I was losing all the way through.
Not bad. The boy praises you, proffering a gift in commemoration of your win.
Queenly cards reverse design. Open the options menu from the title screen to change appearances. Again. This game has like no quality of life stuff. You'd think the game was actually programmed by Taro himself with how kind of clunky everything is. Oh, now we've got events in here too. Yeah, this is where the real chaos begins. So I played these card games in the demo of the game. And I played up to having the event cards. And the game just goes completely off the rails once you have event cards in there too. It's like you're just barely hanging on trying to keep up with everything going on. It is a fun game, but man, like, I mean, just even with the skill effect added in, like I was basically just trying to focus on like making the right play and not even paying attention to what the score was. New rules are now available in the title screen's game parlor. Actually, let me go sleep at the inn.
Any travelers with magical little critters can stay for free, the innkeeper informs you.
Oh, why, thank you.
It appears the headman's long-standing pronouncement on the welcoming of all magical creatures also applies to you and your party.
I mean, Melanie is a very magical creature, so. Very much magic.
Travelers, you hear a voice call from somewhere. Down here, at thy feet, you look down to see a small clump of fur by your boots. The clump of fur speaks. I am Lappy, and I should like to journey forth with thee. Lappy the furball looks at you with amiable expectations.
All right, let the adventure begin, our flammable little friend.
Of course, the more the merrier, you exclaim, pumping your fist energetically into the air. But Melanie coldly interjects, no, I can't trust monsters.
Melanie, you're... Melanie, no. Quiet. Recognize your surroundings and shut the fuck up.
Thoroughly rejected by Melanie, Lappy bursts into tears. Lappy says he has no friends because of his aged face and speech. All alone, he decided to leave the village on a journey. Your party is silenced by the crying child with the face of a grown man. You tell Melanie to be nice and quip that both she and Lappy could use a friend. Exhausted from arguing with you, Melanie half-heartedly agrees. Fine, we can be friends. However, she says that they are on a dangerous journey to defeat the dragon. As such, they cannot take a child with them. Lappy leaps up and hugs her in his excitement, exclaiming, "Thou hast made me so happy."
Looks like Melanie and Lappy have become friends.
Till next time, Melanie says, peeling Lappy off of her and placing him on the ground. Though she thought all monsters to be evil, Melanie feels that the ones here are different.
It's a start.
Finally, a friend. You bow, but before you can speak, the man suddenly introduces himself as the village headman. He laughs, then shamelessly praises his own village as being wondrous and peaceful. "And who are you?" he asks.
How will you answer? We're the heroes who are going to take down the dragon.
After explaining that you are on a quest to defeat the dragon, the headman invites you to rest your feet a bit in his village. He says that he had heard rumors of the dragon when he traveled the world. You must be tired from your journey, Have a seat. I will have my chef prepare a feast, the headman says, then claps his hands twice to summon a stewardess. Extravagant dishes that you have never seen before are placed on the table before you, each one looking more delicious than the last. You're drooling, Melanie scowls. You hadn't even noticed. You wipe your mouth with your sleeve, then gasp as you turn to Mar. Perhaps in an attempt to hold himself back, Mar is gnawing on the table corner. There, we'll eat soon, you reassure Mar while gently stroking his head. The doors fly open in the next instant, and a girl runs in. With tears in her eyes, she tells you that her dear companion, Mr. Flobby the Slime, is missing. The headman's eyes go wide in surprise. We must find that slime right away, he says anxiously. You are starving, but it doesn't look like you'll be able to partake of the feast before you because of Mr. Flobby's disappearance.
And so you'll say, we'll look for it.
We will find your slime, and then we feast, you add quietly. Melanie reminds you that you are here to get clues about the dragon from the headman.
Yes, and what better way to do it than to ingratiate yourself by helping out with finding the slime?
What's the difference? Literally everything. Hunger taking its toll, you two begin to argue. Brave heroes, the headman interjects, then bows his head. Would you please find her slime? It appears the story has hit a standstill until you find the missing Mr. Flobby. You need to hear the whole story from the young girl.
Find out what Mr. Flobby's friend has to tell.
The girl sobs, wailing about the missing Mr. Flobby. Melanie places her hand atop the girl's head and promises that your party will find her companion. The girl then hands something to Melanie. It looks like the muddy handkerchief she used to wipe Mr. Flobby. She asks Melanie to wipe Mr. Flobby with it after you find him.
That's quite an ask.
The girl claims to have searched the village but cannot find her friend anywhere. Regardless, looking aimlessly outside the village would be a waste of time. You decide to collect more information in the village.
And with that, I think I will actually leave it